Anyway, let's talk about, this is Cyrus Hall, liberal socialist by day, anarcho-socialist by night. This is what Carter sent me to look at. Let's talk about some of the stats Twitch uses in their posts. The most obvious, CDN costs. Using list price to make cost claims is something Twitch has done for years now. It's misleading, but not in the way many streamers think. This list CDN price is around 10x higher than base tech costs, so you can take that 1,000 and shrink it to 100. But CDN tech cost doesn't dominate Twitch's costs. When you factor all the other costs back in, the $1,000 is no longer a whole order of magnitude off. Because Twitch said, lastly, we have to talk about the cost of our service, because that's the main reason why they're saying, like, we're changing we're changing in order to maintain profitability, or in order to reach profitability, okay, which is to make more money off of all the streamers and viewers than the operating costs and everything else when everyone else is paid out. That's what profits are, as you know. Okay. They wanted to find a different revenue stream, and instead of trying to lower the cost by going to the big guy in Amazon, they decided to farm the additional methods of revenue that partners have. And they wanted to do this. They wanted to do this in a way that was like less impactful to the smaller streamers, which make up a gigantic part of the viewer base, I think, right? Because there's like 100,000 revenue threshold that you need to go up. Based on the numbers, they're alleging they lose $800K a month from XC before ad revenue. Seems like horse shit to me. Okay, let's continue. I don't give a fuck about 8K bitrate, by the way, which is technically, I think, something that you could do on Twitch already, but they just don't do it. But 100K a year, sorry, not 100K a month. Always available live video to nearly every corner of the world is expensive. Using the published rates from Amazon's Web Services Interactive Video Service, IVS, which is essentially Twitch video, live video costs for a 100 CCU streamer who streams 200 a month are more than $1,000 per month. We don't typically talk about this because, frankly, you shouldn't have to think about it. We'd rather you focus on doing what you do best. But to fully answer the question of why not 70-30, ignoring the high cost of delivering the Twitch service would have meant giving you an incomplete answer. But yes, the $1,000 is misleading, but more in misdirecting where the cost centers lie. Also, annoying math note. I'm not sure where Dan is getting his IVS price card. Here is the non-discounted IVS price card as of 9/21. What the fuck? Wait, I don't get it. For live video input, you pay the duration of live video sent to Amazon Interactive Video Service, and the standard is $2 per hour, and the basic is 20 cents. Wait, what? Yep, they priced in the press brief for like the best of the best or some shit. Misleading. Okay. A 100 CCV Twitch stream is likely HD or full HD. The broadcast cost, 200 hours times 2 is $400. A 20K hour HD viewing hours is $1,400. 20K full HD viewing hours, $2,800. So the total is $1,800 to $3,200, and that assumes 100% NA traffic mixture. Then there's the quoted 27% average year-over-year per viewer hour revenue increase. Anytime I see average quoted for a set of numbers that follow a logarithmic trend, I'm suspicious. The changes, so investments like paying off for streamers, products like Prime Subs, Community Gifting, Hype Train, and the Ads Incentive Program, to name a few, have driven an increase of 27% more streamer revenue per viewer hour year over the last 5 years. Okay? So they're basically saying all the new stuff that we're putting out there, Prime Subs, Community Gifting, Hype Train, and Ads Incentive Programs, have made streamers have an opportunity to make more money. Except what they're failing to mention is that Prime Subs, while it is subsidized by Amazon, okay, it's Amazon's way of like maintaining a monopoly on the live streaming space, is still an additional bonus for people that it's added value to the Prime itself on top of delivery and whatnot. Community gifting is simply just a tool for people to be able to put more funds onto the fucking platform. And the ads incentive program is the only one out of everything that they're saying here, which is a direct way to try to get people to serve ads by paying them more money. And of course, Twitch doesn't allow contracted streamers, as Lulu Lovely pointed out, to use the ad incentive program. I'm a contracted exclusive streamer on the platform. I've never seen it. I've never used it. There's also a number that gets too high for a lot of top streamers on the platform. Like I remember, if I'm not mistaken, and I might be mistaken on this part, if I'm not mistaken, like the bounty program, which is separate from the ad incentive program, which is when you do like a video game sponsorship. You know how like every now and then I'll play like a Ubisoft game or some shit? Twitch has its own internal sales team that literally does that. And they have, inventory to fill. So they have selected top streamers that they give bounties to. Right? This is like really inside baseball shit I'm trying to give you as like non-technical an approach, right? To this thing. So basically in that circumstance, like you get paid like, however many thousands of dollars, like it all the way ranging from like, I guess $1,000 to, I think like it caps off at like 30 grand or 40 grand or something. Even in that situation, and I literally do not have personal information about this because like I've never been a part of it. Okay, an hour, yes. Depending on what your numbers are at. But if you're like a 200K streamer, or if you're like a 40K streamer, if you're like a fucking 30K streamer, you already are so above that on the bounty side that they don't even fucking do that. Like I don't even think you can be in the bounty program. Because at that point, it's like it's too expensive. Yes, I served a top of the hour ad break at 1. I did. Okay. The changes and features Twitch have added over the last 5 years have focused on particular broadcasters, particular sets of broadcasters. It's these sets of broadcasters that have likely seen the most benefit from the significant 27%, which is a lot, an uptick in hours per watched revenue. I don't think this likely plays out in the way most readers would first expect. Those at the bottom of the revenue pile, affiliates, likely saw the greatest per viewer hour percentage increase from 2017, 5 years ago, when it was first announced. In other words, these streamers went from $0 per viewer hour to a non-zero value, an infinite increase. The median increase across all streamers, see comments below, could very well be above 27% because of this. That's unlikely to be financially relevant to most affiliates. Okay? But I don't think affiliates are driving the numbers here. Indeed, I'm not sure how different revenue factors play out. Twitch has tried a number of different revenue plays over the last 5 years, but if I had to, I'd guess ads dominate the rev increases. Because, once again, and I have to describe this, you're the ultimate pocket watcher? What? Bro, it's my own pocket that I'm describing to you. While watching the pocket of those who are smaller than me on the platform and trying to give a better understanding to you, the watchers, on why you are about to see a fuckload of more ads. Okay? That suggests 200 to 2,000 CCV streamers likely saw the largest percentage rev per view hour bumps over the last 5 years. Other features like subtrains also work well on a viewer hour basis for these sorts of streams. Larger streams likely saw per viewer hour gains dominated by ads. All of which is a long way of saying that the 27% average may or may not have had any meaning for a particular streamer. An infinite increase from 0 to 250 isn't something to write home about, while a 15% increase at the top is a shit ton of money. Exactly. And I think he suspects that they said over a 5-year window because they introduced the affiliate program so they could like massage numbers to make it seem like it was really, really, really profitable for people to stream on Twitch rather than anyone else. Now, ultimately, none of that matters, though, because as it stands currently, you are still, if you're a content creator, slated to make a lot more money on Twitch than you are on YouTube, at least up until this very moment. Okay? That is the reason why so many streamers or so many YouTubers come to this platform for additional revenue creation for themselves. Okay? That's it. That's the real, that's the short and sweet of it. Now, that's cap, but go on. If that's cap, you would see streamers literally on YouTube live streaming. What do you mean that's cap, but go on? That is definitely not cap. Human beings are motivated by personal gain. If people were Doc and Tim the Tatman do it, yeah, they got paid. Well, not Doc. Doc was banned off the platform for weird reasons that we still don't fucking know. Tim the Tatman got paid a fucking bag. Everyone that went to YouTube has gotten paid a gigantic fucking bag to offset the costs. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about Normans. We're talking about like the average affiliate. We're talking about people like you in the chat that are like, I want to be a streamer. Okay? The fuck? Why do you think other platforms are paying gigantic cosmic loads of money to streamers to move there? Also, we still don't know why Doc was banned. I would like to know, but that's just me. Anyway. Yeah. Currently as it fucking stands, you still, up until this very moment, yeah, I think Doc got banned because he exposed Shun Guy, but that's just me. The real thing that you put around the La Casa. But Dr. Lupus said the money said his family for generations. Yeah, like people got paid. Why do you think people went to Facebook? You're crazy. Valkyrie's take on this. Strange being at a YouTube event right now, directly speaking to executives while Twitch greeds for profit, killing your viewer base with more ads, hurting the backbone of your company and the creators. We want to see success from both platforms since competition is good, but Twitch is throwing. I mean, it's true. Twitch relies on two things that it has a benefit for. Okay? Are you ready for this? Twitch relies on two things. Twitch has better community building. That's just fucking true. It has better live streaming services and a better directory. That's just fucking true, which basically creates community building on the platform like no other. Can't get that on YouTube. I have a lot of friends, including Ray herself, that are there, so I know what it looks like. Okay? I know what it looks like on the back end. I know what it looks like in general. Okay? And it's something that YouTube could fix. And if they did actually take the necessary steps to fix, okay, they could probably put a serious fucking dent. There's a couple reasons why Twitch is better right now. Okay? One, community building and chat, the live streaming experience. Okay? Back and forth. This kind of back and forth conversation that I have with people so they can say, you're a joke, while I'm in the middle of talking about things that actually are, defending the consumer, having the best experience whatsoever. That, very hard to do on YouTube. Okay? That's not easy to do on YouTube. It's just not. That's why Ludwig tried to do Truffle TV. Okay? That's number one. Community building. And the things that you watch, like what unfolded yesterday, even not the serious stuff, but like the drama shit that was like dumb and stupid, that captivated hundreds of thousands of people. That kind of stuff only happens when you have like actual real community building on the platform. There is no fucking real directory on YouTube. Okay? It just doesn't exist. Anyway, so that is huge. That's huge for someone like myself. 2, Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime is a huge reason. It's millions and millions and millions of dollars that Amazon is basically giving to Twitch to offer to streamers, which then also offsets, and also to Twitch as well, basically. Okay? That's huge. Twitch also has drops. Twitch has because it's a live streaming platform, it has more options and a better way to basically change its platform and find new monetization strategies for the content creators to make it more profitable. But Twitch Prime, in and of itself, is one of the major reasons. Ultimately, no one is fucking doing this just for free. You know what I mean? You might love streaming, but ultimately, when it becomes your job, you're doing it as your job. Twitch is owned by Amazon? Wait, really? Fuck. This changes everything I was saying. No way, dude. That's crazy. Anyway, if you use your Amazon Prime account and connect it to your Twitch account, you'll just get one free Prime subscription, by the way. That's completely unrelated to the subject matter, but use it on your favorite streamer. Hopefully that's me. So drops in the creators on the platform are 98 reasons why Twitch is better. Yes. So day ruined. I know. So as I was saying, number one, community. Number two, revenue opportunities up until this very moment has always been better for Twitch than Amazon. All right, sorry, I'm just reading chat. Better for Twitch than YouTube or any other platform. Okay. I had a conversation about this with Leslie and Saikuno. Like, a lot of streamers have talked about why they moved over to other platforms because, like, the rat race of, like, constantly maintaining relevancy and trying to be on top was one of the main reasons why their mental health was impacted. They talked about this on my podcast, Fear and, by the way. Okay. And that is a huge burden for a lot of people. Like, you have to constantly try to fucking stay on top. You have to constantly try to fucking, figure out new ways. And I think your content sometimes suffers as a consequence of that. Sometimes it's really good if you're a psycho like me, or if you're a psychopathic person like myself or XUC. But other times it's not good. Other times you're like, fuck. There are moments where you're like, God damn, I want to do something different right now. But I know that, like, this is going to, this is going to hurt viewership and people are just not going to like it. It's like right in your fucking face. Anyway. They don't even get paid based on viewer count, though? No, but it's the relevance factor that is important. Yeah. Ludwig and I have made this point time and time again. Streamers move to YouTube to get paid by YouTube directly. Streamers don't move to YouTube on their own. They either get banned on Twitch, so they move to YouTube, or they get paid to move to YouTube. Once streamers, and I've literally told this to YouTube, to their face before, you'll notice a change in the you'll notice a real shift in the space when you start seeing people legitimately move to YouTube on their own volition. Patters, this streamer moved to YouTube without getting paid. Lol, was a better fit for my stream. Maybe. Sorry, Patters. Did not know that. But most of the content creators don't actually do that. That's not true. Harris Heller left Twitch to YouTube because he felt it was a better platform. Maybe not in the 0.01% like you. Okay, well, like, but, From a profit perspective, Twitch only makes sense for established top 3% streamers. YouTube will yield better growth and profits for small starting creators. Seems like anyone who moves to YouTube without a bunch of money is just fumbling the bag, to be honest. At this stage, yes. Still, it might change, though. Okay. But YouTube sucks for larger live streamers that move over there. It's really hard because of the way that the directory does not exist currently. So it's infinitely worse for even smaller live streamers. It's not great. It's really great for discoverability is the best on TikTok. Discoverability on Twitch is, as a platform itself, is not great, right? But monetization overall is better than any other platform because of all of the things that you can, because of all the things that you can do. Okay? Like subs and everything else. I got here from that New York Times article about you way back. Yeah, audience retention is also much better. Monetization on Twitch is better than, definitely better on Twitch still. YouTube is trying, but the culture just isn't there for it yet. So monetization on Twitch is better. Chat on Twitch is better. Community on Twitch is better. And those are the main things that are fucking helping. Now, YouTube wants to tackle the community element, which is why they went after some of the big names. Okay? But because Twitch realizes that they no longer, because of Mixer falling apart, because at the time when Mixer was around, they were offering gigantic mountains of bags, okay, to some of their top content creators at the time. Some of them don't even fucking stream anymore, okay? Like, I'm talking M's, baby, okay? Shit that you would never fucking, shit that I definitely, certainly never saw, and will never see, and don't even expect it. Let's be fucking real. Mixer was offering fat bags, and for that reason, Twitch was also trying to stop the hemorrhaging from happening because they thought Microsoft was going to be super serious about this move, right? So they were offering fucking fatty Mick Arbuckle bags, okay? I'm talking Magumbos. I'm talking like that fucking shop teacher in Ontario. Like bags that were shelves, okay? Multiple McMansions worth. Anyway. But now that there is no competition in their eyes, they're like, yeah, we can now start lowering the revenue generation that random streamers can make on the fucking platform. Okay? They literally turned around and are now trying to figure out ways because of how little competition there is out there in the marketplace. What Twitch offers streamers now for contracts is laughable, and if you don't reach your hours/ads ran, they flat out just don't pay you any of the monthly contract payout. Yeah. Japanese milk explosion level of bags. Yes. People actually get views streaming on platforms like Facebook, though. Isn't it bad for the long term? I mean, I think, who knows? I mean, this guy's Toast did a really good job with that. He maintained his relevancy during the Among Us shit by while he was still fucking streaming on Facebook. He got a fat bag from Facebook, and he still maintained his relevance on YouTube, but then he still came back to Twitch ultimately, right? A lot of these content creators would still probably maintain their YouTube presence while simultaneously streaming on Twitch unless they had an exclusive platform deal. That's just the reality. Toast probably regretted his Facebook move if he said that because he cares about the relevance factor. Okay? He most likely cares about the relevance factor. And a lot of people do care about that. Because it like kind of cuts you from the live streaming space almost entirely when you're on Facebook. It just does. Facebook views aren't real. If you scroll past the video, it counts for a viewer for a minute. You only need to watch 1 second for 5 seconds on Twitch. There's no scroll past or embeds unless you're on the front page. That's embeds. Yeah. No, there are embeds. Like Fextra Life or whatever. What do you think about Ninja streaming on all platforms but not taking sub money, etc. from Twitch? We'll see what happens. I'm glad that Ninja, who has a lot of capital to be able to make these kind of risky maneuvers, is the one who's trying it. I'll certainly tell you I appreciate him for that. Like he might take the L or get a W out of it. He's set for life anyway, so it doesn't even fucking matter. He's the perfect guinea pig to try and figure out if multicasting on every fucking platform is the appropriate way to do it. Just use my Prime on a smaller streamer. Hasan won't feel the difference, but they will. No hurt to Hasan, but support smaller streamers. Rower. That's fucking wrong. I will feel that. Man, dude, fuck you. Kidding. If a news network offered you an ungodly amount of cash from their website, would you consider it? No. So we'll see what happens. It's temporary, lol. What do you mean? What, we get a lot of hate for being on Facebook Gaming. It's not the cool platform yet, and it's got some improvements it needs, but they're doing their best to make it happen. At least they offer 100% to zero rev split till 2024. Wait, what? I mean, that's like saying Twitch had better rev splits back in the day. Okay. More questions. Were only streamers who streamed all 5 years including in these numbers, or were they clearly averages taken across all viewed hours in a given year? Anyway, something else to be mindful in this sort of stat, the normalization is by viewer hour. Viewer hour is a useful metric for Twitch to track. It defines a part of their cost structure. That cost is roughly invariant across the stream size. However, streamers actually care if they are getting larger or smaller. End of the day, streamers care about revenue per broadcast hour. This is a more complex metric, and when thinking about growth over time, factors like discovery and outside sponsorships are very much at play. Many reasons for this. CCV is going to correlate far better with the streamer's off-platform monetization options. Sponsors don't care about your per hour revenue. They want to understand your reach, and reach correlates with your CCV. That doesn't directly help Twitch's bottom line, though. Exactly. When you get an ad contract from, a sponsor that's outside of Twitch, you're literally, when you do that, you're straight up you're making money on your own, and Twitch is not seeing a fucking cut of that. And that's not good for them because it's on their platform. That's not good. They have to figure out a way to make sure that they get a piece of that too. Anyway, it could be Prime subs are very unevenly used. These are effectively public numbers. You can take a look for yourself. Combined with other monetization products, Prime subs increase your effective revenue share approximately 15 to about 65% total. At first, I was wondered why Dan didn't lead with these numbers and focus most of the argument here. After all, 65 is really close to 70%. That is the reality. The real juice of it, okay? The real fucking Monty, okay? The real main thing is Prime. That's why Lud always jokes like, oh yeah, Twitch is announcing that Prime is no longer available. That will destroy the platform in general. If Amazon tomorrow was like, Prime subs no longer give you a free Twitch sponsorship, it would hurt a lot of the creators on the platform, because that's where a lot of the revenue comes from for them. It's basically like Amazon saying, hey, free dollars for you, Twitch. Go ahead. Your subscribers. And it's a decently distributed method of doing so. I talked in the past with YouTube on this matter as well. One of their main issues on YouTube live streaming is 100% the fact that they do not have like a Prime comparison, right? If YouTube Premium offered some kind of membership, some kind of revenue stream, like a free membership for one streamer or whatever, that would turn into a Prime. That would also make it. That would probably also increase. That would also probably increase the amount of people that are joining YouTube Premium just so they can have a Prime. Now, of course, Amazon Prime in and of itself has a lot more offerings than fucking YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium, I have YouTube Premium, but like that's only because I'm a fucking streamer and I don't ever want to see an ad ever again. Right? YouTube Premium doesn't offer fucking, same day delivery. Isn't that basically a subsidy then? It's Amazon throwing cash into something that shouldn't otherwise be profitable? Yes, that is a subsidy. Twitch Primes are a subsidy. And it's probably a more evenly distributed subsidy, even though the majority of Twitch Primes probably still go to the top streamers, right? It's still more evenly distributed than any other way that Twitch could ever compensate every streamer on the platform, including top streamers. Amazon Prime Video offered standalone is $9 a month. Prime sub is worth $5 a month. That's $14 a month, and Amazon Prime is only $15 a month, so that's $1 left over for the rest of the Prime stuff you get, shipping, music, photos, etc. Yeah. Anyway. It could be because Prime subs are unevenly used. Most Twitch streamers don't see Prime subs as on top of their paid subs. Viewers paid for their Prime sub, they bought Prime, and the streamer earned the sub. I suspect Twitch sees Prime subs as missed earnings, and that's why they see them as on top of other earnings. That is the reality. It's not even Twitch seeing it as that, but it's also most likely Amazon seeing it as that as well. To conclude, if Twitch wants to make P&L arguments in an open manner, profit and loss arguments, it needs to, 1, publish percentiles and absolutes across CCV categories. We'll never do that because that will show how much money they're fucking farming off of each individual streamer. That would be fucking bananas. Okay? And when that is out there, then all the contracted employees of Twitch, the streamers, would lose their fucking shit. Okay? And 2, publish personalized numbers to each streamer's dashboard. And 3, get serious about discussing costs. And finally, none of the above deals with that. By the way, this, and some mechanism for being able to have this conversation with the platform itself can only be achieved under a more democratic organization of the company. The reason why Twitch does not have to do this, the reason why it's not common practice in any company to do such a thing, is because we don't have a union. Is because, and that was the main point I wanted to mention here, is because, 1, there is no union and there is no mechanism to push back against Twitch. Okay? I don't even know how a unionization structure would work in this circumstance when it is contracted, hired help. Like, it's effectively impossible to not have scabs in that circumstance. Okay? But Twitch realizes that because they are so dominant in the space, and they are, both on the community building aspect and also on top of that, the monetization aspect still. And that's precisely why they're able to, pull back the amount of revenue that you're generating for yourself and the platform and take a larger share of this and say, fuck you. Okay? Because they have near monopoly status in the live streaming field right now. Okay? Now, having said all of that, should they do all this? Yes, absolutely. That'd be great. You should have an honest conversation with everyone because ultimately there is no value without labor. That's the reality. In a hypothetical scenario where every single streamer that is working on the platform decided to, not stream on a particular day, even the top streamers maybe, but definitely all streamers, they would make no value. That is just the reality. They aren't near monopoly. No, but the way that it currently works is like that. And the strategy is the same, yes, for tech companies is always to capture the share and then ramp up the revenue to make profit later. Exactly. Okay? And finally, none of the above deals with that. At the end of the day, are moral and ethical arguments about who creates what value. It's unlikely Twitch will ever want to engage in public on that topic in a more glancing manner. Signal that we're in this together, which, by the way, is the classic. I love this story, even though it fucking kind of sucks. But I personally love this story because this is such a great educational opportunity. Because a lot of streamers are realizing for the first time ever in their lives what normal companies operate like. If you've never worked in a normal fucking company, if you've always been like a streamer or something, and you were very fortunate, this is how real companies work. I worked in a real company, okay? As a nepotism beneficiary, I still ended up working in a real company, and I saw that. You don't set your hours. And the company can take away your profits if they wish to do so. The company can literally say, hey, I'm dipping into the fucking pool here. They can downsize. And they'll use terms like, we are a family. We are in this together. We're in this together. I want to see what the profits and losses look like. I want to see what other avenues you can actually, generate revenue from that is not so disruptive to the consumers. The chats, the chatters, the watchers, okay? It's something that I care about. So this is what they said. When we first established a 50-50 rev share split, it was to signal that we're in this together. You all do the amazing work you do to create great content, engage with their audience, and grow communities. On our side of the partnership, it's our responsibility to make continuous investments in the products and people that make your growth possible. If streamers want to get serious about having ethical and moral discussions, they need to organize and find common fronts of representation, i.e. they need to unionize. That is true. Exactly how you're supposed to do it. That is the only way that you can have any sort of leverage in any meaningful capacity. I don't want people reading this thread as if Twitch is trying its damnedest to screw streamers over. I don't think that's true, not for a minute. This change will only impact those at the very top while protecting in revenue of the vast majority of streamers. Structurally, the streaming business is hard to make work. Company after company has discovered this truth, but I do want to see better communication between Twitch and streamers and working together. No, for those of you who are saying it's not true, from what I understand, the way that they cut in to revenue generation is when you make like around 10K a month. Are they not spinelessly self-reporting that the original 50-50 split was to manipulate you guys into thinking that they care about your pay? No, I mean, this is a business. The contracted Twitch creators are a part of a business, and Twitch is a business. There are operating costs to a business. Okay, here it is. How to understand this is the top 500 creators will earn 29% less revenue per subscriber after reaching 100,000 earned in a year. No other Twitch streamer will be affected. More alarming in this post is Twitch saying they can't afford to run the website. Explanation below. So Devin Nash is not incorrect. I am more worried about what this signals for the platform. I don't know what Devin had to say about this, but I am more worried about what this signals for the platform and the future of the platform, and them doing basically what they do. Oh shit, the big streamer's getting a pay cut? No, there are big streamers and then there are big streamers. The reality is that the pay cut that really big streamers, the top streamers on the platform are getting is entirely dependent on how fucking stupid they are in negotiating. For example, if you're a fucking dummy like me, you're already giving a lot back than you would normally take because you're a fucking idiot. But that's besides the point. And then there are big streamers that are actually able to be loss leaders, as they are loss leaders on YouTube, like the ones that go over there. Major sports leagues like NHL are throwing players like 30% of their wages from the last few seasons that might never pay. This isn't really unique to Twitch. Every top streamer that will be afforded an exclusivity contract, if they choose to take it, okay, are going to have a very different compensation structure than what these people, the top 500% creators, the top 500 creators are experiencing. Like there's like a top 30. There's like a top 30 that have a different, maybe top 100 that is entirely different. And then another 400 after that is entirely different. 100K a month is such an insane amount of revenue. No, 100K a year. $100,000 a year, not 100K a month. I keep saying a month because like my brain works in month by month, so I keep fucking this up. Are you afraid of speaking about this stuff will have repercussions? Of course. There's always, what do you mean? Speaking out about gambling, speaking about this sort of stuff, of course will always have some negative repercussions. It's about rocking the boat, but it ultimately doesn't matter because I will be honest, Twitch has been relatively hands off with respect to me saying what I want to say, as long as it's not like directly a violation of my contract. So They don't have editorial control in this situation. So that's good. I respect that. Partially because I make them a lot of money. In spite of the push for uniformity and transparency, Twitch still carved out some wiggle room to negotiate with top streamers who aren't likely to be pleased with eventually seeing the subscription revenue dip by 20%, even with the changes to ad revenue. Of course. Yeah. At that part of the conversation, the numbers you're talking about are gigantic fucking revenue changes for individuals that they want to maintain their presence on the platform as exclusive streamers. So yes, you are right about that. So what? Someone in the top 40 is getting like a 90-10 cut? No. There might be, but I don't think so. I don't know. Everyone has unique deals at that level. You poggers people are insane. Talking with one, smiling while having a dagger in your pocket, waiting to strike. Wait, what? You poggers people are insane? Average household income in Southern California is $111,000. Yeah, no, this is like wonderful Bev choice, sir. Yeah, fuck yeah. White bosses are back. First subsplits. To earn $100,000 a year from subscribers alone, you need 2,380 users subscribed in the Group A territory per month. That's $8,333 a month or $100,000 a year. That is beyond the top 1% of partners. About 600 people have those numbers. Okay? So remember, it basically kicks in the 50-50 sub split, I guess, kicks in when you reach that subscription number. Wait, so Twitch said tax the rich? Okay, so a lot of people will turn around and turn this into a taxation conversation or tax the rich conversation, but what you don't realize is they're fucking the ones who are generating the value regardless. Twitch is not a public space. They're not building roads, dummy. It's Amazon. Don't get duped into this like fucking leftist narrative in that circumstance. Ultimately, it is, once again, a not as disruptive revenue structure for the overwhelming majority of affiliates and partners and whatnot, because they don't hit those numbers anyway. Okay? But the tax and public utilities, the tax and public utilities conversation is entirely separate when you're thinking about it from, workforce compensation. They literally are saying, like, here, I'll explain it to you like this. Okay? Let's say I make $100 a month. Let's say Twitch says, okay, in order to be on this platform, you're making $100 a month. I am going to take $30 of that $100 and I'm going to give it the $70 back to you. Okay? Now they're saying, actually, just kidding. You make $100 a month. I want to actually take $50 a month from you instead of the $30 that I was taking, because we just need to make up some additional profits. You're still the one who's generating the $100 a month for Twitch, and originally the $30 was like an adequate deal for you, let's say. Okay? Well, now you don't consider it to be an adequate deal because you're like, what the fuck? Kevin is wrong here. The 100K is before the split, so it's actually anybody with 1,666 subs. YouTube's been 70-30 split from the start. Why the fuck did Twitch do this? Is it pure greed? It's because they say their operating costs are higher for live streaming. Foreign countries pay less for subs, so take about 100 people off that list and you come with 500 creators. 70 to 50 is 29% less revenue. $5 at 70-30 earns the streamer $350. $5 with 50-50 splits earns $250. So you are automatically getting a 29% pay cut immediately because Twitch decided to do so. This is the negative incentivization for someone in the tippy top. If we're going to talk about people like myself or others who will probably go in and talk about exclusive contracts, that's the negative incentivization for them, is that like, okay, well then you do a 50-50 split then. Sucks to suck. There's nothing you can do. Not really wrong. XQC equals $700K a month for them in bandwidth costs. Now, one of the things that a company could do is go back to Amazon and say, hey, what the fuck? You own AWS. What's happening? What do you mean? Like, we need to make this work. And then Amazon can say, fuck you. We want you to start, gaining profit. We already know that we have market dominance. Now it's time for you to fucking generate more profit. And it seems like that conversation, that back and forth, instead of like Amazon shifting funds over in a way to maintain the profitability for all Twitch streamers. What? Abba and Preach called you out? Dude, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. Dude, suck me. Is getting rid of Gamba related? No. No, don't be silly. Because all the gambling sponsorships were outside of the platform anyway. Twitch wasn't seeing a cut of that at all. Not like Twitch is taking a cut of the stake sponsorship revenue. Mike has a good point. This is highway robbery. They're offering no new services, just stealing 20K from me. Incredible. Yeah, that is true. For people like Mike, they're definitely getting fucked. Now, of course, no one's going to care because they're like, you're a leftist and you're already making a fuckload of money. Fuck you, is what they're going to say. But the reality from a worker to workplace, a worker to your boss point of view, that is true. They literally are saying, sucks to suck. If you want to stay on Twitch, you got to take a fucking L. We're taking, an additional 30%. And to you, the viewers, you say, well, that's minus 25% of 700K a month. Well, by the way, who the fuck is making that? I don't know. Maybe you think like XQC, but XQC is one of the top content creators. He's not going to be impacted by this because why the fuck would he? He has a unique contract that no one else is going to actually touch. No one else is ever going to see. Don't be silly now. Okay? But this pay cut indicates that you're in this together with Twitch. Exactly. So if you were to turn around and say, oh man, well, what the fuck? That's crazy. These are guys that are making a fuckload of money. These are streamers that are making a fuckload of money, dude. What the fuck? Like, they should shut the fuck up and take the pay cut without anything else that the Twitch is offering in that circumstance. Yeah. Also, so all streamers like me, they don't even offer the 70-30 for the first 100K. I'll be fucked at 50 forever. Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of partners are already at a 50-50 split. They'll never even see a 70-30, which is already fucking insane, in my opinion. It is completely unethical. Go make your own streaming platform then. Welcome to corporate America. Go make your own streaming. Dude, when you watch someone, like I'm profoundly fortunate. Like, I'll be all right, brother. Okay? I'm using this as an opportunity to say things that most people wouldn't even fucking say when it doesn't even impact me to that same degree. You understand? I could just shut the fuck up and not say anything about this and just move on, get a fucking nice contract, and just continue on living my fucking life. And none of you dumb bitches would know, okay? None of you, not everyone in the chat, but like dumb bitches like this, okay? You fucking idiot. You are such an animal guided by whatever other fucking streamer is telling you that you literally come in here and probably think that I run the most ads when I only run one 60-second ad at the top of the fucking hour. That's it. At the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. A contractual obligation. Might even go up if I end up taking a contract with Twitch. Might even go up. You no longer want to see those ads. All you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5 or for free. with a Twitch Prime, baby. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get one free Prime subscription a month. Front me 50% of your earnings and I'll double it in ways that Jeff never can. Funny. How about you subscribe, broke boy? What the fuck? Motherfucker's in here, gray name, not subscribed, telling me he's going to fucking double my income if I front him 50% of the money. How about you give some subs, bitch? And allow other people to no longer see the ads as well. Zoantherian and Hasan's Dusty Fanny. Hasan's Dusty Fanny. Thank you for the 4 gifted subs. Slickers in the chat on an alt. Is being partnered on Twitch worth it anymore, in your opinion? As it stands, I think it still is. It's just unfortunate, and it's kind of a big fuck you, because I still think it is, but it's less good than it was before. Does that make sense? Like, Matt NLT, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Here's the woman ad break now, by the way. So, the way I see it, like, it was better. It's not as good, but it's still better. Because they understand, listen, they understand that if they fuck up the revenue structure for incoming streamers, okay, if they fuck that up, if they fuck up the streamers' bags to a certain degree, then motherfuckers are going to move to YouTube on their own. Because the moment that you make more, because YouTube has a 70-30 compensation structure, you're making ad revenue at a 70-30, you're taking 70% of the ad revenue, they're taking 30% of the ad revenue, right? If you were to be able to make more money on YouTube, why the fuck would you stay on Twitch? Right? The moment that YouTube becomes more profitable to fucking stream on your day in, day out, the moment Twitch loses its, hold on the market. I can see Twitch's push to keep creators on Twitch and not YouTube is really working law. I mean, a lot of creators probably are looking at this and thinking to themselves, maybe I don't want to fucking be on the platform. Maybe I should go to YouTube. When Twitch includes this bizarre paragraph, they use IVS rates, they charge customers to justify their expense, but Amazon owns these servers and the prices are for minimum usage. It could cost Amazon substantially less than they charge customers to run these services. Yeah, I feel like one day if we find out that like Amazon was actually running the services for free, that would be the major leak in that situation. If we found out that like Twitch didn't even have fucking AWS costs, which I think they do, for the record. I do think that they do that. Because I think, like, here's the thing. I think people don't understand, personally, how expensive it is to do this. Like, it is expensive. Even as a platform owned by Amazon, it is still expensive. Okay? Some of y'all have never paid for servers and it shows. Even with a huge fat fucking discount, live video hosting is expensive as fuck. Many streamers see Twitch and streaming as a job. I think by the time every big streamer should switch to YouTube, which is a better streaming platform with now bans and shit all over it, don't you think? No. They do. The issue is Amazon is providing those costs at a loss compared to a general customer corporation. Yeah. So even if they are charging a discounted rate to Twitch in general, okay, ultimately, Amazon itself, as the parent company, looking at Twitch says, hey, listen, Twitch, you've had a good run, but you got to get those fucking numbers up. It's layers upon layers upon layers in our increasingly corporatized, financialized existence. Okay? That's the unfortunate reality. You got streamers that are like businesses in and of themselves, brands in and of themselves. Sometimes if they're like Pokimane or XQC, we're talking like corporation sizes, right? You have people working internally at Twitch. You have Twitch's operating costs on top of the people working internally at Twitch. Okay? And then you have Amazon's own interests from the platform. What they want to do with the platform. Okay? Lastly, we have to talk about the cost of our service. But Amazon owns these services. It's like saying Smoothie King is increasing their prices by 30% because they charge $8 a month, or $8 per smoothie to customers. That's not their cost to make a smoothie. They just bulk buy ingredients, have deals with suppliers, etc. This is just a justification from Twitch. Makes no sense. No, I think the real reason is because Amazon wants Twitch to be profitable. Amazon has a history of doing what? Looking at the successful brands within their marketplace and trying to buy them out, or creating an identical product, stealing their IP and creating an identical product and putting it out in such a low fucking cost that it's impossible to compete against them, and then ultimately buying them. So this is basically them doing the same exact thing. It's the market share that they've purchased for one reason or the other about on the live streaming space, and then going in and saying, okay, now it's time to fucking make money. And because there is no competitive platform out there, and because the move itself from, if you're a small streamer, if you're a mid-sized streamer, even if you're a large streamer, the move itself to a different platform is going to be relatively difficult. You're going to lose a lot of revenue. There's a lot of uncertainty there. You know, you don't want to fuck up your bag. You don't want to fuck up your livelihood. You're not going to want to do that. In this way, streamers are very similar in this very moment to the average laborer. That's just the reality. Streamers have a very fun job. Streamers are very fortunate, especially if they're, making like earnings that are high enough to survive off of. But in that way, they are exactly the same as the average laborer. The relationship between the streamer and the platform in this circumstance, considering how little say the streamer has with respect to what the platform wants to do, is exactly the same as you. You don't have any fucking say whatsoever. Nah, you wish you had my back pain, bitch? I do. Bit of a stretch. Chatters, you guys are unreal with the concept of labor. Yes. People don't understand how labor works because they think it's not backbreaking. It is a capitalist lie that has been told that because you're the only type of labor that should be important is like not the fucking Starbucks barista. They're not providing any value. They're in the service economy. It doesn't matter. But like the guy working in the coal mine, okay? Shut the fuck up. It's just like an idiotic American attitude. And you don't understand that like your boss has made you feel that way. Hey, shut the fuck up. There are worse people worse off than you. Shut the fuck up. I can take whatever I want from you. I can make you do whatever the fuck I want. Because, hey, there are people that are making way worse, way less money than you. Okay? No one is saying that Twitch streamers are not profoundly fortunate, dummies. I'm not even... I am also additionally fortunate on top of, like, the average Twitch streamer. Because of how large my community is. Okay? Stop being American for a brief moment and stop believing the fucking lies that people have told you to think that like, oh man, this compensation structure is different. That's why I always love talking about players unions and NBA contracts and things like that because they are such high earners. Okay? They're such fucking high earners. And whenever there's a high earner, there's a fucking boss that's making even more money off of that high earner. That's why players are multimillionaires, right? But the owners of the teams are multi-billionaires, okay? And while it seems fucking silly when players come out and say, hey, we want better compensation, or hey, we want better benefits or whatever, right? And this is a perfect way to talk about how this benefits LeBron's legacy. How will this impact LeBron's legacy? The legacy, okay? They're workers in that situation. Anywhere you see a guy making unfathomable amounts of money, whether it's an actor, a Twitch streamer, a YouTuber, there's a platform that's making even more money off of them. And then there is a multi-trillion-dollar fucking business that's even making or trying to make more money off the platform itself. Twitch made what, $2.5 billion? Yeah, see? Twitch generated approximately $2.6 billion of revenue in 2021, a 41 year-on-year increase. Now, a lot of that was because of COVID, but that's crazy. They made $2.6 billion, and they're going, hey, some of you content creators need to take a pay cut. Sorry. Like, think about that. That's crazy. Yeah, but that's net revenue. Yeah, I know, man. I know. But yeah, this has nothing to do with the gambling thing. I think they dropped the gambling thing to gain positive PR before officially releasing this, because they already stress tested what would happen when they leaked a couple months back that this was exactly what they were going to do. Feel me? So they dropped the positive PR gambling thing, and then they got, they're getting ass fucked here. Stress tested it, saw it was super unpopular, and did it anyways. No, I think it was more similar to the Supreme Court case where maybe the leaker was on the side, was on the right wing side to basically, smooth the outrage. Because there's only so much outrage you can have in a news cycle towards something like this. Right? So they basically like tease it, and people get mad about it, and then they forget about it, and then they leak it, or they reveal it ultimately. Anyway. Twitch is undoubtedly expensive to run, but few other costs are recouped through subs anyway, because subs always earn Twitch a flat rate, but ads are dynamically priced and potential scales is infinite. Translation: ads make far more for Twitch than subs ever will, punishing streamers even if it's just the top 1%, because Twitch can't get its ad program together to recoup those costs feels bad. Subscribers aren't a major Twitch revenue driver, so this feels like a weird change. Overall, streamers should think about a service like Patreon that charges an 8 to 12% split instead of a 50% one. Twitch splits remain one of the highest of all social platforms. Broadcasters can take home more by diversifying their offerings to more price competitive platforms. It's important to mention that they aren't giving 70-30 at all anymore, really. For lots of small creators, this was how they were finally able to live, and without that, it's a giant fuck you. Yeah, that's the other thing. 70-30 was always like exclusive to some of the top content creators, regardless. So you're saying we shouldn't subscribe? No, bitch. I still got my contract. Why don't they just add skippable ads? It makes no sense to me. I don't know. They are tired of the drama and want y'all to act like adults. This is the backlash. And what happens when they have to implement discipline since it really doesn't affect small streamers? That is the most. That is incredible. Okay. That is an incredible fucking take, dude. You're out of your fucking mind if you think, yeah, they wanted to discipline the large streamers. That's why they did this, a year ago when they leaked that they were going to do this. It fucking says that everyone's going to go around believing that it cost Twitch $700,000 to stream XQC lol. That's absolutely so cool. Yeah, don't do the math for mine off those numbers. Push to the small streamers. Yeah, they did that. Yeah, the X and Adept breakup stream was their final straw. Oh, speaking of people